5 after 9 now. Welcome back. It's time for Top Talkers, and this being the week of Halloween, we thought we'd venture into the world of superstitions. Joining us today, John Brenner's here from 580 CFRA, Michael O'Byrne from CTV, and Melanie Adams from Bob FM. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Did you have a fabulous weekend?
Yes.
We were all out attending various events, and I know you were at the Amazing People Gala for the very first one. It was a good time, eh?
It was fabulous. 500 people in the room, 500 amazing people, and they picked the amazing person of 2011 and 2012, and there was a People's Choice, but the room was just full of amazing people. It was great.
By the way, our People's Choice winner was the one, the only, and our good friend Greg Hebert, who continues his epic battle with cancer that is unbelievable.
He had a rough night Saturday night,
as
it turns out, so we send our best out.
Yeah, his mom went and picked up the award for him, and we appreciate that. So it's Halloween week. Anybody amongst you superstitious? You?
No.
No?
But what I do is I always expect the worst thing to happen, so I'm either prepared if it does, or I'm pleasantly surprised.
That doesn't surprise me about you.
That's one big superstition, isn't it?
How about you, Michael?
Well, in my everyday life, absolutely not. But in sports, I have some superstitions. Back in 2004, I coached a team that went to the Little League World Series.
Right.
We had some superstitions attached to that. Here in Ottawa, just before we went to a provincial playdown, my wife picked up a little Buddha, and then we started winning, and kept winning, and kept winning.
Really?
So every game, we'd place the Buddha in the dugout. And here's the really weird part. We got all the way to the Little League World Series in Williamsport. No team from Ottawa had ever done that before.
Right.
When we lost out, we couldn't find the Buddha. The Buddha disappeared.
Whoa. No kidding.
The Buddha disappeared. Once we lost and we were out, no more Buddha.
Wow.
Well, I just got a bit of a chill.
And you found it, you've never found it since?
Never found it since.
No?
It's like Buddha decided to move on to somebody else.
John, how about you? Any superstitions?
Just one.
What's that?
Before golfing, I recite lines from Caddyshack, but it never helps. It just doesn't do anything for me.
So your approach to your parking area at 4 o'clock in the morning that we watch with great patience every day, that has no superstition or value to it?
No, that has everything to do with all the trash that's on the road and what's sharp and might puncture my tires.
Gotcha.
Like that happened 2 weeks ago.
Gotcha.
But anyway.
An
Allen key. Can you believe that? What's anybody doing with an Allen key
out on the road?
George Street? Like what? Are they
Maybe they got some IKEA furniture.
Yeah, really.
I don't really know.
But they're picked up somewhere overnight.
I think I tend to think that most of the superstitions these days are sports-based.
And sweat-based, because it's all, don't wash your socks, don't wash your underwear, don't wash anything ever. It's gross.
I have some of my own. Like I'm a guy who I try and put my left shoe on first, always, for some reason.
In sports or in everyday life?
Anything, yeah. I don't know why. I'm left-handed, and I think left is luckier.
Why is one brown this morning and the other one black?
Good point. I should look at each of them. I do have numbers that I like 6 is my number. I have a tattoo of 6, and you have some tattoos. You actually recently got a tattoo.
I got a tattoo after the Little League World Series.
Exactly. Yeah. So no superstition attached to
No,
those?
these are just covering up other ones that I didn't like as much.
Yeah. Do you think superstitions have a place in society these days? I kind of think they do. I think a lot of people are superstitious. John, what do you think?
I think it drives psychology, and what else is the human condition but psychology? I mean, we make no sense as creatures. We just, we do whatever feels right or feels good at the time.
Right.
And we don't think a whole lot about anything. And important decisions, we usually spend less time making an important decision than we do on, I don't know, picking a lottery ticket number or a color for the bathroom.
But even some people, those important decisions, some people will base it on, whether that decision needs to be made on the left or right or is associated with a number or so on. The study we were reading about this morning, for example, 40% of people in the United States believe in evolution, but over 50% believe in superstitions.
It's programmed. We're all programmed, though. Like, I'm not a superstitious person, but at the same time, if I'm walking down the street and I see a ladder,
yes,
I'll probably go around the ladder. Now,
you won't go underneath it?
But if I had
who would?
But if I had to go underneath it, it really wouldn't bother me.
But if you really want to mess with people, you limbo under the ladder and just make a little song and dance as you go through and then just carry on.
So you're mocking it.
You're mocking the superstition.
Yeah, someday
Seeing
a
if
ladder's
anybody
going to
will
fall
follow
on
you.
me.
Yeah. You know, and a lot of people worry about Friday the 13th. I think we recently had one, and I had even forgotten that it was Friday the 13th. But do you give that any credence? Like
Not
on
really.
Friday the 13th?
It's just a day.
Yeah.
It's a Friday. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
I
13.
think-
It's got a 3 in it. It's one of my favorite numbers.
3 is one of your favorite numbers?
But there are some buildings, many buildings, in fact, that don't have a 13th floor.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
but if you're on the 14th floor, you know you're on the 13th floor.
You know what?
You thought that through.
Yeah, they've turned that into a superstitious thing.
Yeah.
I think one day, way back when, the guy named Otis lost count and missed a floor, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
I've really
poor
been thinking
Otis,
about
eh?
that too, haven't you?
Poor Otis. I did read this morning that though they handed out golf balls to half a dozen golfers, and to 3 of them they just gave regular golf balls. To the other 3 they gave what they called lucky golf balls. All 3 of the guys who got the lucky golf balls scored better. I think it's a state of mind more than anything.
Maybe they hadn't washed their underwear in a week, and that gave them some extra good luck.
And wearing their lucky socks and probably turned left when they.
We're back to sweat.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
All about
Thanks
sweat.
for your time. I hope you all have a happy Halloween, and may all your superstitions
Come
work
true.
well for you.
Yeah.
There's a black cat.
That's Top Talkers for the day. It's 9:12.